is broken down once again. And the thing about it, because it's a foreign luxury, every time a little something happens with it, it's just crazy expensive. If I had it all over to do again, I probably wouldn't buy the Mercedes. I probably wouldn't. I learned a lesson with this vehicle, and this kind of segues really well into what I want to talk about today in this video is learning lessons. And not just learning lessons, but learning lessons and making mistakes very publicly. Is this for me? And it is not for me. I hear the office. Wrong. Hi, Brad. What you doing?
Watching TV.
We're headed to our favorite little hole-in-the-wall diner, Star Diner. This place is awesome. It's like the closest thing to Waffle House that you can probably get up here. Learning is all about making mistakes. I love books. Let me see it like this. I love books. Read books. This is a good book. It's a good book. Got a shelf of books over there. I love reading. All about it. But I really believe that the only way to truly take something and bring it in, make it a part of you, you got to experience it. And a huge way to learn and grow and move forward is through making mistakes. The time we live in, all our mistakes are just broadcasted for everyone to see. News travels faster than it ever has, and that's really good. But it also it kind of ups the ante when we flop, when we fail, when we start something that doesn't end up being for us, or when we try something, whether it's a job or a new career or a side hustle or relationship, and it doesn't work out, then we have to reel it back in and kind of own the fact that we made a mistake, and this is part of our process growing and learning. And I really feel like this is going to be a skill that young people and people my age and some of the young people I work with, it's going to be you're going to have to get some thick skin. It's going to be something we teach, we talk about to the generations that come behind us, because I'm seeing a lot of people paralyzed by fear because every move they make it's just so wide open for everyone to see. And I personally feel like this is part of the reason we're seeing relationships, marriage, and people dating and getting serious. The age is getting scooted further and further back, especially in the church, where it's you get 2 strikes, maybe three, and then you're a serial dater, non-committed, problem person, right? And I know it's so messed up, but in a lot of our church culture, someone that dates multiple people and they don't end up getting married, we kind of think different of that person. And so there's this pressure to man, I've got a first girlfriend, second girlfriend, I better marry that girl because everyone's watching, and especially for me in youth ministry and being in some kind of a public eye, I really felt that, and man, that's a lot of pressure. And I don't know about you, but everything that I've figured out about myself and about life, I've had to do it through trial and error, through trying on stuff, and it didn't really fit, and it's tough. And so we shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes, but yet we've got to get honest that in the society we live in the culture we live in right now, everything we do basically is going on our permanent record in a social way, and I feel like it's a little more scary to try stuff out. And so making mistakes is a different kind of a ball game for people, especially young people right now. I don't think it takes away from the fact that it has to happen and it has to be part of our process, but that's why I like things like this, vlogging or blogging, or it's we're seeing the social culture turn from being like a PR statement about everything we want people to believe about us. And I'm really digging this idea of leaning into the human side and the messy side of what does it really mean to live and figure stuff out, because it's not clean and pretty for everyone to see. It's messy, and we try stuff on and we realize like that's not me, that doesn't fit. And yeah, it wasn't a failure, but like, I don't know what else you could call it, part of the process. But yeah, so maybe we should be celebrating people that try stuff out and it doesn't work, rather than being so quick to judge them.